Hello everyone! I'm gonna do a story about the little match girl. A bridge for kids. Most terribly cold it snowed and was nearly quite dark. And evening, the last evening of the year, in this cold and darkness, there went along a street a poor little girl, bareheaded and with naked feet. She carried a quantity of matches in an old apron, and she held a bundle of them in her hand. Nobody had bought her anything of her the whole day. No one had given her a single farthing, 1/4 of 1 cent. She crept along, trembling with cold and hunger, a very picture of sorrow, the poor little thing. For all the windows and candles were gleaming, and it smelled so deliciously of roast goose, for it was New Year's Eve. Next page. In a corner formed by two houses, she seated herself down and cowered together. Her little feet had drawn close up to her, but she grew cold, colder and colder. She did not go home, for she had not sold any matches. She would certainly get blows from her from her father. Her little hands were almost numb with cold. Oh, a match might afford her a world of comfort. She drew one matchstick out. Grits! How it blazed! How it burned! She held her hands over it. It was a wonderful light. She rubbed another match against the wall. It burned brightly. She saw a room with roast goose, singing famously with its stuffing of apple and dried plum. She lighted another match. Now there she was sitting under the most magnificent Christmas tree. The match went out. The lights of the Christmas tree rose higher and higher. She saw them now as stars in heaven. One fell down and formed a long trail of fire. Someone is just dead, said the little girl. Her old grandmother, the only person who had loved her and who was now no more, had told her that when a star falls, a soul ascends to God. She drew another match against the wall, and the light stood the old grandmother, so bright, so radiant, so mild, and such with an expression of love. Grandmother, cried the little one, oh, take me with you. and she rubbed the whole bundle of matches quickly against the wall, and never formerly had the grandmother been so beautiful and so tall. She took the little maiden on her arm, and both flew in the brightness and in joy so high, so very high above, was nearly cold or hunger or anxiety. They were with God, but in the corner, at the cold hour of dawn, sat the poor little girl with rosy cheeks and with a smiling mouth. She was leaning against the wall, frozen to death. On the last evening of the old year, stiff and stark sat the children there with her mattress off, which one bundle had been burned. She wanted to run herself, people said. The end. And now I'm gonna narrate the story all by myself. Let's go. Got the coffee. Putting coffee here. The little match girl.
Stop sharing.
The little match girl. The little match girl by April Kids for Kids. One day in one cold winter, a little girl walked up the street selling matches. No one bought any of her matches, not even a single penny. And one day his hands was almost numb. He sat in a next to two houses, and he scrubbed one match. It light so bright. Then he saw roasted goose with an apple and its plums. He lighted up a second match, and he saw a Christmas tree rose higher and higher and higher until a star fell to the ground and made a fire trail. The little girl remembered her grandmother said, when a when a when a star falls, it means a soul ascending to God. He light up the whole bundle, and he saw her grandmother, and the little girl said, "Take me with you." The grandmother take her, and the, the little girl sat there leaning and frozen to death. The end. Thank you. Goodbye, everyone. That's the story of the little match girl. Bye.